Okay, now I'm recording. Please talk.
Okay, so you're into the chapters. Let's see. Look at the chapters. So, like, if your character's like 65, and you do the Fallen Empire, and if you haven't done that before, you can do all 16 chapters, whatever. If you get to 65, you can jump to, and you're sub still. You can jump to chapter 1 of Eternal Throne. Do that companion mission, the one that you find the Finesman. So, like, if you've got archaeology or biochem, what you want to do is when you take that shuttle and you first get to Zakul, there's another shuttle to your right, and that'll take you to, like, the missions that you would have done if you did chapters 1 through 16 on the Fallen Empire. And you go around that area and you can pick up the materials in that part of the map. Now, if you're looking for scavenged or slicing stuff, it's going to be in the area that you're doing the mission for Find a Findsman, which is where the subway, there's like a subway station and stuff. You'll find on the map there's materials for that. Also, if you're level 65 and you jump to the look at it again, the Eternal Throne, that first chapter, there's a mission that I think it was chapter 15 or 16 of the Fallen Empire, where you go to a planet called Darvanis. You can take your ship and go to Darvanis if you jumped to that other set of chapters, and collect all the different mats on that map on Darvanis. And that'll boost your, like, if you're only like 300 or something like that, just go there and start collecting mats. Just go around. There's a bunch of droids that you might have to kill if you're a scavenger. You can get the mats from them. But then there's, like, you know, if you turn on your legend on your map,
turn on your legend on your map.
Turn on all the legends, especially the one that shows up where your mats are. That'll pop up the mats that you need, like scavenge items or crystals for archaeology, biochem stuff.
How does that show up on the map?
There's only like 3 types of stuff that you're going to be looking for. So
right, but how does that stuff show up on the map? How does scavenging?
Every time you gather stuff, especially if it's higher than what your level is, it's gonna keep boosting your level up to what you need to be. Because once you get it to like 500, you just keep collecting stuff either there or at what's the other planet? Zakul. Because when you finally do the missions, like the level 65 to 70, and you finally get to Iokath is going to be where you're going to find your level 10 stuff. All the level 10 stuff is mostly on the Iokath. So you'll find all the mats that you need for level 10 there.
Okay.
But it doesn't take, once you get to like 400 and 500, to get that 500 to 600, it doesn't take that long to get it once you just keep gathering mats and stuff.
All right. That'll.
And of course, you can also send your guys out on missions too. But basically, when you're gathering stuff, it's much easier if you go to the higher planets. Like what I do is when, like, because this was a free to play, and I had to start training a lot of my characters because I had a 65 that was one of the, free 65 where you create that 65 or whatever.
Yeah.
I basically sent that character to get the crafting skills up. I basically sent her to Yavin. That's another thing too. is like if you're like really low, once you've jumped to the Fallen Empire, the second part, you can immediately go to Yavin and do the dailies. And you can get mats there too. And that's going to be, I think it's level 8 items.
All right.
So the stuff that's on Yavin is level 8 stuff.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I'm just talking about when it comes to like, I don't know what's proper. I guess whatever crew skills I want to put on Toph is really up to me, isn't it?
Yeah, it depends on what skill you're going to do. Like I because I like to do die packs and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and relics and hilts. I go with Artifice, and so that one's going to need, besides Artifice, it's going to need Archaeology and Treasure Hunting. But you may also want to, if you have an extra character that's also doing Archaeology or Artifice,
Mm-hmm.
is put Slicing in. Because the higher purple stuff that you got to create,
Mm-hmm.
need the purple. A lot of times, blues or purple slice tech.
Okay, well, I'm sure I haven't.
That goes for all the other ones. Like for let's see, what was it for? You're doing synth weaving or arms tech, armor mech. You'll need in the high end purple stuff. You're going to need slice tech. So you need at least one character that does slicing, so they can get the blues and purple drops.
Okay. About that, is there any kind of like links or anything about where do I go to get this stuff to boost up certain skills?
To get the items, just basically sending them out on the missions. And another thing too is if your companions are really high level on affection, they'll bring back, and so a lot of times they'll bring back or crit stuff that they're bringing. So like I've sent people on missions, and because they were so high level in affection, they not only did they get a purple and a blue item, sometimes they even got either crafting missions or it's like the one sometimes you get a blue or purple one where you can send your guys out by using it, and it makes it so that you'll get let me look at it. I gotta look at what I'm trying to think of. I think it's like either super rich or rare. Sometimes you'll get a mission that once your guy is like really high, when you send him on a mission, and they'll bring back one of those plus the other items.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing too, like I said, for crafting, like if your companions are really high, they'll a lot of times your guys will crit either extra items, or when you're creating like gear and stuff like weapons, the outfits and stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll crit with a already have a augment slot. I've had that where my companion was like level 30 or something like that, and the item that I had her craft was it critted where it also had augmentation slot, where I didn't have to pay to put an augmentation slot in.
Oh, that's cool. But my question is basically, is there like a website somewhere that will show you where certain crafting materials are at on what one planet?
Check DolphiNet, and then they should have a section where it's for Star Wars: The Old Republic. They've got a lot. I mean, some of it's old, but the crafting really hasn't changed too much. The only thing that's changed is that we've got the higher, each of the different levels of stuff that they've been adding on to. Because like we're up to like grade 10 now. Now there's also when you get to like level 70, you know where those gear vendors are in that one section where you get the mods for the tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 and 4 stuff.
On the space station, yeah.
Yeah, once you get to a level 70 there's a bunch of tiered item guys. There's a guy there that I don't have any on this server. I think I have it on the other server. When you do like PvP, and sometimes when you do flashpoints, you'll get it's basically an item that's legacy bound. You can put it in your legacy vault. You turn that in and a certain number of command points to this one vendor, and you can get there's a crafting material that's specifically for the really high end crafting. I think I'll see if I can get this character to fleet and I'll look at it.
Okay, let me think now if I can. Also, when it comes to Conquest, I know that there's those tokens on the Conquest vendor
Here, let me look at it.
for your affection.
That's easy to look up.
But it's like
you'll get your personal one. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if your guild hits their guild bonus or whatever, I think it's like for this one, if the guild had well, okay, they did. It was like 200,000. If they hit that, you're able to get the guild bonus ones in. The guild ones, you're going to get all purples. And then you'll also get a choice of picking either a flagship plan, command encryption, or engineering, or logistical.
But wait a second.
I think there's another one is augment components. Is something new. That's a new thing. I haven't seen that, but
right. But to get the flagship plans, don't you have to be on slot number 1 on the lore of the board?
It used to be that way. They changed it now. It's when your guild gets to their bonus, what the level they need to hit. It's saying right here that your guild would have had to be like 200K for that, and there's a different level for each how far you get for different stuff. But the first level is like 200K. Your personal level is only 15K.
Okay.
But because they've lowered the amount that your conquest, things that you have to do for conquest, I think it takes a little bit longer to get conquest points, especially if you got multiple characters.
Right. Especially when you get like only one time of payout on the list. See.
Back before they changed it,
I
had on Starforge, and actually it was before the Starforge. It was still Shadowlands. I had let's see, 10 or 12 level 60s or 65s. This was before level 70. That they all hit conquest. And the thing is that our guild at the time, when we used to do a lot of flashpoint stuff, we actually, a couple times we stayed in the top 10. So I ended up with a whole bunch of those flagship plans and all the different. It did send me to fleet. And you get these crafting nodes. That's when you see on the GTN and people are selling the crafting nodes, it's usually, if they don't use them themselves and they're selling them, it's from the conquest drops.
Oh, okay.
Because that's another way too, is if your guild has them. I like my guild on Starforge. I like to put those in a section where people can use them, and I always make sure that new members they get a silver key so that they can use the crafting nodes right away. Because that's another way to get stuff. I mean, sometimes you can only do it once, and you got to wait for the timer to run down. But I've noticed a few times you can fool it and maybe do it like 2 times or 3 times before it'll flip over and you can't do it, but you have to wait for the timer.
Right. Also, something about when it comes to companion affection, like when you have those little like
You get those companion gifts when you do like heroics and stuff, and sometimes when you're doing missions. What you do is I've got several right now. I can't give any of these to my. I've got Kaizen, so he's not that his is usually military stuff or trophies and something else. There is a vendor where you can buy stuff,
yeah.
so you can get them up. Also, if you've got the credits, it's in the companion section in achievement stuff on character perks. You can change their. Let's see. There's one for altruism. What's the other one? Persuasion, crafting. Yeah, crafting. If you've got for the first level, if you've got 50K, that helps boost their crafting.
Yeah.
100K for the next one, and then 200K for the next one. So you get like first level crafting 1, crafting 2, and then crafting 3, and that makes it so they craft stuff a lot quicker.
Okay, just crafting time or speed
Persuasion is another thing too. What does that do? Increases the amount of companion influence gained from conversations. So like if you're doing the conversations, you get more influence on that. Let's see, altruism, increase the amount of companion influence gained from companion gifts.
Yeah. But about the companion gifts,
Another thing too is if you finish all the conversations with them,
yeah.
you get you get like presents, extra presents on that, and that also helps as far as like crafting and some other things too. Is because like on my other account, let's see, who's the character? I think the only one I don't have all the companions up is my sis sorcerer, because she's only like level 58, and I hadn't finished all the companion missions on her.
Okay. One last thing when it comes to the not the crafting. I'm sorry, I'm recording this because I didn't catch everything you said,
Sure.
And it may have to come to it to where I have to ask you again in Discord about some other
Oh
stuff.
no. Another thing that you can do to look up is press L in your log, and if you hit your codex, that'll help you with a bunch of different entries and stuff that you need to look at. Because like when I go to the crafting, you're able to get all the codex if you click on all of the different crafting guys. You don't have to train all of them, but if you click on them, that adds to the codex. So like when you go to the codex and you go to crew skills, you'll have every single one of the crew skills, and in like archaeology, it tells you what are the different gathering skills that you need for each of them. And then it also talks about the different gathering ones of what they need.
Okay. The problem is with that is the print on this is just too small for me to make out.
Sorry.
So yeah, it's fine for so-called normal eye-sighted people, but it's like with text like this, it's like
I think what you might need to do is in the UI. Let me see if I can look at it.
Well, how do
There's a way to make the text larger is by scaling up.
Yeah, but then everything.
I think it's also in. Let's see what. I think it's in preferences. Maybe let me look at preferences.
Right.
I think.
Let me see if I can.
Fly text. Let's see. Controls.
Wrong button.
Camera distance. I know there's a slider bar that you can increase
Yeah,
the size of the size of
global
the text.
global scale, but I don't want everything to be global scaled. I only want like
Yeah,
to,
it's basically you want to make sure it's just the text thing. I don't know if this game has a. I was playing DC Universe yesterday because I created a Satil Shan. Um, it actually had this. Somebody else must have had the name because I had to put an extra N on her name.
right. So you're not the only game polluter, which is like it's basically kind of like Wreck-It Ralph, where everything's jumping from one game to another game, and that's how we play. Um,
Yeah, I
but
forgot to take a picture of that character. I was gonna show you what she looked like, but
yeah. Um, but basically, oh, I emailed you on Discord the what I did for the my character comparison. So pick shot. But I was just wondering when it comes to the when you're on the conquest vendor and you have those special little purple chests, at least I think they're purple, for like, oh, let's boost up your companion, like right up to 50, right? Um
well, there's when you're having your guys crafting stuff.
mhm.
There's crafting war supplies, and then I think there's one where you're crafting the what is it called? Give me a let check. Okay, so like for synth weaving, it's bonded attachments. Yeah, that's what it is, bonded attachments.
Mhm.
So it's usually got like a material, crafting material, and two different items. Like okay, for synth weaving and artifice, you're going to have a power crystal and an artifact. Then you also have to have a crafting material for that. Scavenging is similar. You have a crafting material and you have a metal and is it an alloy? Something like I can't remember. It's a non-metal material. Um, so like you've got desh and you've got silica is the first thing that you use to craft with.
Okay.
And then later on, when you get to like where you're crafting stuff with blues or purples, you're going to need like for synth weaving, I need underworld trading.
Mhm.
For artifice, I would need treasure hunting. Arms tech, you need investigation
Mhm.
along with scavenging. Um, armor mech is underworld trading and scavenging. Artifice is
Mhm.
archaeology and treasure hunting. And then, like I said, later on, when you're crafting some of the high end stuff, you're going to need either slice tech stuff or you may have to check GTN.
Right.
That's why I always have an extra character that's got slicing in it.
Yeah. The thing is that on that conquest vendor where it has those affection to 50 chests, what
Mm-hmm.
what I don't understand is that are those chests, cuz there's like two of them, are they good for every companion or will some companions just hate them?
Wait a minute, chest. Wait a minute.
Um there's this little purple icon when you go into the
Oh, it
conk
says gathering lockbox.
um
Is that what you're looking at?
I
Hey, go to the log and then go to conquest, and that's what I'm looking at. See,
um
when you finish your conquest, you'll get a drop, and it'll give you this that says gathering lockbox universal. When you click on that, it'll open up, and you'll get like three different crafting nodes
is
that you
that
can use as decorations on your stronghold.
no, I'm not talking about that. If you're talking about that little ball symbol, um yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in the like I guess it's like the tier vendor guys or something.
Oh, the Jawa junk.
No, not Jabba Junk. It's there's this robot that looks like a ripoff of the Bounty Broker Association robot, you know, the Cyclops guy. You click on him, he's also used for your conquest vendor in another location. And you get you get conquest decorations when like that you buy, but it takes like warship plan supplies or yeah.
Oh, okay, hang
Wars
on. Let me. I'm heading that way on this. Let me head there. And I'll see what you're talking about
yeah.
because I
There
think
are
I know
these
what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's these little purple icons that are like I think they can like boost up your companion affection. They cost about 4 million. And I was thinking about getting one, but the problem is with that is I don't know, will they work, do they work with like every companion or just only certain companions?
I think when you have your companion out, you can curse over it and see whether or not they'll take it.
Okay, again, I can't see that
The
red
section
text.
that's got the tier stuff. Um, okay, that's the first section. I go to the next one.
Yeah.
I think the one that I was trying to tell you about that had the here it is, command token vendor. So like if you got a level 70, you got a level 70. Depending on how many, because like when you each time you get a command rank, you're going to get tokens that add into the section that's called currency
Mm-hmm.
in your inventory. You need like 6 command tokens for every 3,500 credits to get this special crafting Iocath Recombinator.
Right. I've done that.
That what you're going to use that for is the high end crafting because I've got my characters on my other account. They can craft 240 stuff, and I think there's a little bit higher level, but you end up having to need that in order to craft the next um, combined. What is that? Let's see what it's called. Bonded attachment kind of thing.
Yeah. The only problem is that
Which is like a 244 or something like that, or
okay.
46 or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know if me and my friend are gonna be able to do that. You know, because the text pops up in this game. You know, when you curse over something and you get that little black with the tiny text.
Let me jump. Hang on, I'll leave this character here.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have a level 65 or 70. I'll have to check. I think one of my characters on Jill Shan is level 70. I think it's my trooper one.
Okay.
It's Jill Shan. While I'm here, I should check and see if I Sith character. I think I did. Jadia Lexan.
You know, it almost sounds like you're saying Jadzia from Star Trek.
Sort of.
Yeah, just an observation.
But she's a trooper Sith juggernaut. Let's see, okay.
Right. So to get your companion's affection up, that'll help you on your crafting.
Yeah, you send them out on missions. That helps.
Yeah.
Especially the higher your crafting mission is, the more points that you're getting for sending them out. Now, also, when you turn in those boxes to the Alliance guys,
Yeah.
you'll get like either gear or whatever. You'll also get companion gifts in that, and I usually like kind of stack them to the right, each of the different categories like underworld trading, luxury,
Mm-hmm.
military or anything that's like military or gear stuff that you can give to the companions, I stick that in one slot. Republic memorabilia. Usually I end up giving all of those to either T7 or M14X.
Who's M14X?
By level 70. Okay. Oops. Oh, I should probably do this to get some credit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Andrew, who's M14X?
Hmm?
You said M14X? Who is that?
M14X. That's the big big droid that the trooper has.
Oh.
When you do, if you're not a trooper for the Alliance Companion mission,
yeah,
you do PvP. You do you do the Alliance mission. Let me see if I already did it. This one's a trooper. You have to do like 20 or okay. When you do PvP matches, okay, and your team wins, it's worth 2 points. So it goes a lot faster. If you're on a winning team, you're going to get M14X a lot quicker for other classes. But if you're a trooper, you can get him right away. There's a certain compensation list that you can get him right away. Same thing like on the Imperial side. I think it's who's got what's his name? Pierce.
Was it the agent? I think maybe.
I don't know if it's the agent or one of the Sith guys that has him. But I know it's a warrior. I think a warrior has him. It's the same thing. If you're a warrior, you can get him right away. You just go to Drummond Koss, talk to him, and boom, you get him. And then you get a bunch of stuff too, because like before they changed the PvP stuff, you used to get a lot of what was it? PvP rep.
Yeah.
From when you got him. Now they give you gear and some other stuff.
Well, I don't understand why you would be getting companions just from doing PvP.
Well, that one because it's not other classes don't have them. That was the only way you could get them was on that mission.
Well, how do you do this PvP mission? How do you start that?
Oh, every time you're in a PvP, you get points for it. Once you talk to in like M14X, or you talk to Pierce, he'll say you need to do such and such. It's the same thing like if you do the Kaizen mission, which have I done that one yet on this character? Oh, I haven't done that one yet. I got to finish reclaim treasure.
I don't know what the Kaiser mission is.
I'm trying to find it. Oh, stalking the score. Like if you're in Fallen Empire.
Okay.
Companion missions. It's going to send you to Hoth, and you talk to Kaizen, and he's going to say, okay, you need to do so many worthies, or you got to kill a whole bunch of world bosses. Much easier if you're doing that mission to just kill the worthies. And if it's easier on the Republic side, the Imperials can do it. You just have to go close to where the Republic speeder point is. That very first speeder point when you come out of the spaceport. And you remember from the movie Empire Strikes Back when they were on Hoth? There's a similar like force shield round kind of structure kind of thing on the ground to the right of the speeder point. You're going to find one of the worthies there.
Yeah.
Then you got to go all the way to the second speeder point.
Buddy, I don't go on Hoth a lot, so I don't know what you're.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd have to. Here, let me send this character there, and I'll take a picture.
Yeah.
Of where you need to go. Let's see. Okay, that's the stalking score.
So basically, this is not a special event. You're just gonna completely get these characters, but you gotta be doing.
There's missions that you gotta do. There's another character that's on Hoth is the one where you get what's his name? XSplits, the little Jawa.
Yeah.
And that one, when you got to get some scrap that's, where is it? You know where the very last class mission is for all the classes on Hoth?
No, I don't. I don't go on
Oh,
Hoth a lot.
okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I've done all the missions on, at least on the Republic side.
Yeah. I
I think I also, like I said, I also did Agent, and I think the only ones I actually ran through
mhm.
all the missions was Agent and Inquisitor. Warrior and Bounty Hunter were the only ones I just I went and got a 65 and it just boom jumped to the new storyline,
Right.
just to get ahead.
Actually, my
Although
friend.
I have a character that's almost all the way through it. She finished
Oh,
chapter 1 and was on chapter 2, but
mm. Yeah, my friend was asking if it was worth getting the Datacron for making up a character right off the
oh,
bat.
the Datacrons, getting all the Datacrons is a good thing because it actually adds to your legacy stats. Um,
Oh, I'm sorry, not Datacrons, Mastercrons. You know, the thing in the cartel market that boosts your character to like a 70?
oh, yeah, that one. That one you can, and if you do that, you can actually go back and forth when you've used it. So, like, if you want to go back to doing the early stuff, you can boom take a level 70 and do the whole storyline, and you get it level 70 gear. Because the thing is that the planets, when
Hmm.
you're on the different planets, you're getting what is it called? They lower your level down. Like, so if you're over leveled,
Yeah.
which I think I'm on Hoth right now. I'll see what it says I am. Because I'm on a level 70 and, okay, yeah. I'm a level 70, but, let's see. Oh, let's see. Yeah, my stats are down now while I'm here. Um, level sync, that's what it is. When you go to these planets, it level syncs you to whatever that planet is. You're like maybe a couple levels higher than what the actual planet is.
Hmm.
With that level 70 thing, you can go back and forth.
What do you mean? Like, let's talk theoretically. Like, let's say I take a level 1, boost it to 70 with the Mastercron, and
Mm-hmm.
I still have my
You
original
can go at
story.
your own pace, or you can just like jump right to the level 70 stuff.
Well, it's like once I keep hearing that once you do like say you go into Knights of the Fallen stuff,
Mm-hmm.
that completely blocks you from going back to your original
Yeah,
core
see,
story.
that's why that level 70 thing. If you have it, that specific character can go back and do the storyline. Go through and do the storyline. Once you take a regular character and you pop to the Fallen Empire or the Knights of the Fallen Empire or whatever the next one,
Hmm.
um, all of that other stuff you did before gets erased, and you're just like boosted to that whatever that level is. So it's like as if you'd already done those missions. Like that's why I said, like when you jump to that 65 level,
Hmm.
you don't have to go back and do Yavin, the Yavin storyline. You can
Right.
just automatically go to Yavin, or you can go to Rishi and do the dailies. You don't
Oh,
have to do all the pre stuff that you had to do in order to get it.
okay, that's good for a credit grinder. But if I like, let's say I wanted to take Toph and just like still be able to play her original core story, I just stay away from the Knights of the Fallen stuff, and I'm good to go, right?
Yeah, you just do your regular story all the way through. I mean, you could be a level 70 and still do your chapter 2 up to 3 and what. It's when you jump to the chapters is when it erases that. But like I said, if you do have that chip or the where you can jump to 70,
Mm-hmm.
that makes it so that you can do it at your own pace.
Oh, okay. So it's like,
So you can go back and do like your character's level 70, but you can finish doing 1 through 70 or whatever at your own pace.
so I basically don't have to worry about like, oh man, this monster's too powerful for me because I'm a 4 and he's a 7.
Yeah,
He like
you're in
kicks
level
my
70
butt.
to gear, but the thing is you're going to be level synced. So like if when I do the heroics and I'm on the starter planets,
Mm-hmm.
it basically level syncs me to level 12.
Okay, so it's a valuable thing to
Everybody
have.
else is either like an 8 or a 10 or whatever, you know. By
All
the
right.
time you do the heroics on the planets,
Mm-hmm. Well, since I'm pretty much gonna be playing Toph solo, still like the character, still keeping her. I might as well boost her up to.
Hoth's not too bad. It's on the Republic side, Imperial side, outside that I've done it, but basically you just follow the map. Although it's
No, I.
you might want to wear sunglasses.
Oh yeah, no, I don't.
Right.
I didn't mean to say Hoff. See, my character's name is Earthbender, and then she's
Mm.
got Toph. It's Toph from the last Avatar. And I was saying is that if I'm gonna be basically playing her solo, I might as well just like auto boost her. That way, I can just enjoy the experience. Because of I don't think I'm gonna after seeing the criteria. I don't think I'm gonna get over my head, because it seems like one of those kind of things to where you have to slave on your computer to get anywhere, and that doesn't seem to be a lot of fun. So just because they got the bar set too high.
Mm.
I've asked other guilds, do you guys role play? And he goes, no, we don't role play. And I'm like, why do you not role play? And it's like, it's because, well, now I'm starting to understand. If you have
Just
somebody,
doing the storyline is PVE.
yeah, if you have to go,
Most everybody has to do the PVE part of it, but
yeah,
mm. Another thing too is if you're grouped with somebody,
yeah,
missions and stuff, that also helps with your social thing on your character too. Because there's a lot of different planets that once your social level gets up,
mm-hmm.
you get all the different gears that you can buy from specialty vendors.
Okay, but see, there's some
There's
special.
actually achievements too for getting all the different gear stuff.
Oh, that's a little bit too much. No way to keep track of all that.
Well, when you look at, press Y,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get all the achievement stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's under what you're looking for is you get achievements for your companions. You get achievements for the different flashpoints, dailies. Dark versus light changed. I don't know what they're doing now with new.
Well, the old event is over, but they got something else I don't understand.
Yeah, it's every time you're doing PvP or GSF. Sometimes when you're doing flashpoints, you'll see like it'll pop up and dark side has got da da da, or light side has got that.
Oh.
What that is if when you get to a level 70. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
I need to check that. You get to level 70, you start getting light side or dark side tokens, depending on which, like I went light side, I'm mostly going to get light side token. So far with this character, I've got 7 light side
Tokens. What do you do with them?
There's a vendor on Fleet, and it's in the same section that you get the mods, except on, the outer ring that's got the vendors, like for mods and stuff.
Right.
It's the inside ring in that section. Like there's ramps that go out to that outer section, and there's like these big pits or holes or whatever
Mm-hmm.
in the spokes. When you go to the inside ring vendors, there's a light side vendor on one side, and there's a dark side vendor. Depending on what which one you're going with.
Oh, and you just use that to get costumes and stuff?
Yeah, they've got legacy gear. They've got weapons, a bunch of different stuff that you can get from that vendor.
Oh, so these are like options for people that don't want to
Yeah,
don't want
there's
to like.
actually some for light side
Yeah.
and the dark side. I like the light side, but there's actually some cool legacy stuff that you can get once you get your light side points up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so right. I mean, I'm playing light side alignment, but I made some dark side choices because I'm just speeding through chapter 1 right now.
Yeah, it doesn't really change too much. Like I've got. Let me see what this character is. I think because I jumped this character
Right.
up. Let's see what she is. Yeah, she's only like 4.
Yeah.
But like I said, once you hit level 70, when you're doing your flashpoints, PvP, GSF, whatever, you're going to get some light side points. Especially you get bonus points when each time, like that thing that pops up for dark versus light,
Mm-hmm.
you get bonus points for that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Let's see if I can find one. That wasn't it. I gotta take a picture of that one so you can see.
So Y key, and then where is the
That's not it. Let's kill him
Oh,
anyway.
wait a minute, wrong currency tab. Okay. Light side tokens 44. Weekly progression. Okay, yeah. So I've got and then for the dark side, yeah. So I'm basically like bouncing a character back and forth just for money.
I hope this guy is in the right spot. Okay, here's a word. I'll show you what it looks like. And they kind of move around. It's in the general area of the map, but okay, so that guy right there. Let's take a picture. Okay, so that's the first section.
Mm-hmm.
Second. Oh, there it is. Okay, so go to Discord. Oops.
Let me just get out of this.
I hit my Firefox instead of the.
Yeah. What time is it for you?
It's 11:25. I probably bed pretty soon.
Okay, I won't keep you too long. I have trouble playing with other people because of different time zones.
You're not really that bad. I think you're a few hours ahead of me.
Well, actually,
Oh wait, you're a lot 4 hours ahead of me, right?
no, it's 8:25 where I'm at.
5 here. What time is it there?
It's 8:25 p.m.
Oh, so it's like maybe 3 hours ahead.
Wait, so you're 3 hours ahead of me, or I'm 3 hours?
11, 10, 9, 8. 3 hours ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay then, yeah. So, yeah, if you wanted to be in that guild and like role play, my suggestion was just to make up another Jedi character or something. But if you don't want to, actually, I like role playing to where you can get you and a buddy together and you can just kind of like record your session and kind of like make your own like radio play of it. No no big hoops to jump through. But yeah, if you want to play sometime, I'm always willing to play with people.
Okay, so I think it's
Yeah.
okay. So I'm going to send this picture, and that is on Hoth, and it's not too far from. Did it go through? Okay,
Okay.
this is the first.
It'll be like be right back mode, so I don't know if I'm like
Okay.
it's just how my voice stuff is like working with the recording. But yeah, I saved a link to your picture on my Facebook for where that monster's at on Hoth.
Yeah, it's a Jagannath target. It's one of the snow beast characters. There's also what is it? I think there's a. I haven't got to that spot yet, but there's also a spot that has one of those,
Mm-hmm.
and it has a wampa, and that's at the second speeder point. Once I kill this guy and I head to take a picture where that guy is.
Okay. Well, I can't be here any longer. I gotta go get something to eat. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. So yeah, send it to me.
it's in the
And
general area. When you
mm-hmm.
so what you're looking for the creatures that you got to get.
Yeah.
It looks just like that one is the one, and it'll say worthy.
Okay.
That other spot, there's 3 spots that you can get that particular one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm in combat.
Can I make a request? Um, when you get a chance, could you maybe make a 15-minute video about where some of this stuff is at and like make a little tutorial?
Yeah, unfortunately,
You don't have a what?
I don't have a program to do a video of it.
Oh, you don't have XSplit or Bandicaf or something?
No,
Oh,
I've
okay.
had other people that do it, but no, I don't have that program. Even if I did, I'd probably have to either get a different hard drive or change one of my hard drives so I can have the space for it.
What are you working with on a computer? A laptop?
I'm on a desktop, but I'm limited as far as because I have other games. I'm limited on space as far as what I can run on my computer.
I see. Yeah. Well, the
I've
only
got
pro
something like 7 or 8 games on this computer, so I
Mm,
don't have a lot of space for other stuff.
yeah, I
My biggest
understand.
problem is my C drive that the stupid Windows is on.
Hmm.
I need to get a new hard drive for that because I can't do the update because I don't have enough space on that drive to do the frickin' update.
Oh, that's
There's
terrible.
nothing else on there except for and Norton.
You got Norton and you got just the Windows operating system.
Yeah, it's on C. It's on the C drive.
How old is your computer setup?
This computer now is like because it's a rebuilt one.
Hmm.
I basically went to like Fry's and got all the parts and stuff and built it, but I think it's like 5 years old now.
Oh, okay, that could explain the hard drive space limitations because of
Yeah, I've got a good processor and RAM memory and stuff,
mhm.
and good graphics card. It's just my other hard drive that I had
Mhm.
died, and
Oh
that
yeah.
used to be my that used to be my C drive. My I had to use one of my other drives for the C drive, and the problem was that C drive that died had all my picture stuff on it. So fortunately, my mom or dad's old computer and my sister's computer and I think my brother-in-law, they had
Mhm.
some files in theirs that I was able to use a thumbnail drive to bring back a lot of my pictures of stuff that I lost. Hell, I even had to go back to stuff I posted on Facebook and reload it back onto my computer.
Oh yeah, that's what I do. Is like I dump stuff, and it's basically just like game information and stuff about the game that I post on Facebook. But I still lost good stuff on my last computer crash because I didn't I was at a cartoon anime website looking for something to watch, and all of a sudden a virus got me, and it it knocked me off the internet, and then it basically ate my operating system. So it
Oh, I
was,
hate when that happens.
yeah, basically ransomware. So I had a bunch of like one of a kind pictures from other players, like like the flying saucer tank from
Mm.
Dark versus Light, and I was lucky enough to get that one back. But there's so much other stuff over the
Yeah,
past few months.
like I said, when my hard drive died, I had
Yeah.
to reload all my game files again. So I spent like uh, several hours trying to reload all the games that I had to reinstall. Which was kind of bad was that some of the games that I had were old games and they were working on the computer, but I can't get them to run because of the new Windows updates. Especially when I changed to Windows 10.
Hmm. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Like I had trouble playing with Knights of the Old Republic, and this is something I don't understand. But when I go and I fold my computer and it goes into sleep mode, um, what happens?
I usually lock my computer, but
What happens is if I'm still in the game, my computer will go black screen and I won't get my picture rebooted. I have to turn it off and turn it back on again. And sometimes the game will not be there. I have to re-log in just to boot it up
yeah,
again.
I generally sometimes have to do a total reload the computer to get mine to
Yeah, it's
run
it's
again.
it stinks. And then the other problem is that with the XSplit video recording software, I don't think there's anything wrong mechanically with the computer. I've just used it a lot. Um, my D key feels a little loose sometimes, but it's like I activate the recording software, and then I'm like, okay, we're ready to record. Well, I'm gonna turn it on, and it's like I'm waiting 3 minutes for the button.
Andromax at second spot.
I'm waiting for the button to light up, and it just won't light up. So my recording won't start. That's the problem I'm having with this laptop.